welcome back. My name is Zezashetan, and this is Minecraft. So it's actually been a while since I've recorded, and it's partially my fault. So I wanted, I really wanted to work on the house over there, but for some unknown reason, I ran into a creative roadblock, and I know what I want to do, but just in my mind, I know what I want to do, but like when I sit down and look at the area over there, I I don't know. I just don't know where to start. Kind of like a writer's block, but for Minecraft creativity. So just really hard. Just like I would log in over there, take a look at the things. I even built a few things up, just like some patterns and stuff like that. But still, just like I just don't know where to start or what to do. So yeah. So in order to start doing something, I am going to work on something else until I can actually get a plan over there. But with that being said, I have realized something over there in the over my spawn area that I have a lot going on over there, and sometimes when I get over there, it is really hard to move around. It gets extremely laggy, and some of that's partially because I just don't have the greatest computer anymore. But so I'm over here. This is right above my spawn or my slime chunks, which is right here. And I've actually decided to turn this area up above it into kind of a, for lack of better word, an industrial district where I'm going to move my sheep farm over here, move some animals over here, or at least pick up some animals from over on this side over here, and that way I can remove some of the lag from my spawn chunks, especially those animals over there because that they're always loaded and I don't want them to be. So the first thing I actually need to do, um, the one thing I've been actually lagging on for a while now. Do I have a bed? I don't have a bed over here, do I? But the one thing that I need to do is make some form of a tree farm, but not just any tree farm, an actual a versatile tree farm, which means I can't actually do automated tree farms and stuff like that. Though I probably will build one of those over here too, but I just need to be able to do something that does just some large trees like spruce and jungle wood. And so there is a Minecrafter by the name of a name I can't remember off the top of my head. Give me just a moment. XP crafted. Figured it out. Yeah, so he likes to do missile silo type farms, and those are great for large trees such as jungle wood and the spruce. So I think I'm actually going to do one of those over there. I'm going to take this bed with me while I'm over here. But so this is actually what I've been built out over here. I think it's the cobblestone. The cobblestone breaks me every time I set it up and I look at it. So it's probably something I'm just gonna, maybe I'll spend some time in the creative world and work something out. But every time I look at it, I'm just at a creative block. So I'll go ahead and get started. And once I have something done, I'll bring you guys back. So away we go. And there we have it. One giant hole. Now, I was trying to figure out how I want to do this. So, basically, what will happen is that I'm going to have water that flows to the middle. I'm going to have some form of redstone that will drop some dirt down to the water level so that after I plant and bone meal the actual plants, it should actually just flow with the water. And I'll explain that a little bit more once I actually get down there. Now, I was trying a couple of things uh, to do with how I was going to get things in the middle. I did try to put, well, in my test roll, I tried to put a water chute in the middle and have everything go up the middle, but unfortunately, that does not work. A lot of the blocks in my test roll just got stuck. So, because it got stuck, I can't use it. So, probably going to drop it down and have another chute go off to the side and come up. And that's where all of the logs that I don't catch myself and all of the saplings will go. But yeah, I still have a lot more building to do, so that's what I'm going to do next. Away we go. Alright, so I started building down here. I need to get the redstone down here first, and so I do have the redstone figured out. As you can see, so the grass is going to pop up, and that way I can plant on top of this here, and then after I plant it and grown the trees, I can just flip it back down. This will go down and water will start flowing over it again, and then the tree will be floating here for me to actually just chop the tree down. Now this actually required a double extender, and it was actually really hard to find one that worked for everything I needed, because it wasn't just the double extender I needed, I also needed to be able to extend this block behind. But give me just a moment here, I'll be right back. So I ended up doing a lot of research on double extenders just because I had to find one that worked. The problem is most of the double extenders you find online are from 2-3 years ago, and a lot of them don't work. I did find this one, and this one works. The only problem is that this block and this block are required for the double extender, which means I couldn't tile it side by side and put in the extra extension that I needed. Most of the current double extenders are based off of this pattern right here. Matter of fact, it's actually really hard to find out actually who made it first, because everybody's made it. The problem with this one is that the piston comes back down, and the piston comes back down, which means water would flow back into it, and that's not what I need. I need the piston to stay up, just like this one. So this one wasn't going to work, even though it does work. Now I did find this one. This one is by K1, and it's tileable. I mean, K1 really loves his hoppers. By the way, he really loves his hoppers in his builds. But yeah, I found this one, and it was just Justy's back here, and I built it, realized it still works. This is an old one. This is a 3-year-old one, and then I realized that I can actually easily put in. I looked at it and realized I can easily put the observer behind it and then make what I want. This one is okay if the piston falls back down, is because the floor is actually going to be, well, going to be right there. So water can't flow back down into it because of the way it's set up. But yeah, it was actually a lot of work. Now I do have a problem with the design over there. Now the problem is that I want to do a button, and the way I have this set up right now is I have this. Whenever this changes, the observer observes the change in the dust, and then it turns everything on. It goes in an observer train into this T flip-flop, which then activates the device. The problem is that when I do it with a button, the way the button works is that it powers for an extended period of time and then it unpowers, and the observer reads it twice and it messes with the actual timing of everything in here. So I can't do a button. Now I could put a monostable circuit in here, move the button down a little bit, and then put it into a monostable, which is actually probably what I'll do. But as of right now, for just the building portion of it, at least I have this up. But I have 3 more of these to build and then put the floor in, so I will be right back. Alright, so there we have it. So when we get a tree to grow, that's a stack of 32, which is the highest a jungle tree can grow. Once a tree grows, I will fly up to the top and start harvesting down, and then once I actually get it all harvested, it'll leave the leaves and they'll just end up falling. And so I'll click it, it'll start flowing all the way over to the end, and then all of the drops will end up in the line, and then they'll go to a central place where I can collect all of the extra wood and have a place to hold the saplings. So yeah, I think it actually works pretty nice. Alright, so I still have a whole bunch of more of these to do. I slabbed this floor right here so I don't have to deal with spawns down here. I don't have to light it up or anything, so that should be good. Using iron because I have a surplus of iron. And so yeah, we'll go ahead and get the rest of these little sections done, and then we'll get a water line over that way and a place to collect all the drops. So here we go. Ouch. So things are starting to take shape. No pun intended. I decided I'm just going to use some of the less desirable terracottas that I have, and so some browns, and I brought some oranges over also. Though I just went and grabbed a whole bunch of brown from the mesa biome, and I had my inventory filled when I came over here, and it took that took all of that. So I think I might have to go do a whole lot more mining of brown and orange terracotta, which seems really funny because I'm doing this to get rid of this stuff, and now I'm gonna have to go mine it. But yeah, now in the end, you won't see the center parts. You're just gonna see the silos from the top. The center parts will actually be covered with the roof, which I think it's actually going to need to be up where that block is. So the building's gonna, I'm gonna have to put a building here basically. Um, but at least it's coming along. I'm getting somewhere with it, and yeah. Now there were some things I tried down here. Initially, I tried to make it so and I need to get an iron block for that, but I tried to lower down these so it kind of like went with a water level. But after looking at it, and like, it just didn't look right. It looked really bad actually. And then I just removed what I had dropped down and just left it with the iron, and it actually looked a lot better. So I think I'm just going to leave it with the iron on the lower level. From the top, it looks fine. But yeah, I'm going to continue stacking terracotta. I think I'm going to start doing streaks with the brown onto the orange, and then the top layer is going to be all orange. But yeah, got a lot of blocks to place down. Probably going to have to mine a whole bunch of blocks too. But I'll keep on working at it. I'll be right back. Alright, so I have all the silos figured out. They actually turned out pretty nice. Now, I don't have any designs on these walls except for the pattern I did with the orange and brown, because I want to go with efficiency over design. And so when I chop a tree down, I want it to be able to, all the leaves just to fall right straight down into the water and not get stuck on anything. So yeah, you know, so sometimes Sometimes making a fancy wall is not the best idea, but this did give me an excuse to get rid of a whole bunch of orange and brown um, terracotta, though I actually had to go farm a whole lot. So I've actually been back to the mesa a few times, picked up some terracotta. At least the items that or the dyes that I needed were pretty easy to get because the orange can be get from here. The brown is can be easily found done in a farm. Now I found this farm on uh, online on YouTube. It's just a basic farm. Yeah, just a basic farm. It's actually really slow though, and I'm pretty sure that this farm could be done faster. But it's okay. It gets me enough cocoa beans just for the meantime. I did this farm too. This farm is actually pretty slow too, and I know there's a lot faster farm on this one, but um, I mean it's it's fine. Yeah, so I just have a observer clock over here. It's activated by me standing on this plate, which then makes all the stuff. But yeah, all of it was easy to get. Now I still have to build the building around this. These over here, I'm gonna have to raise this up because I think I'm gonna have this even with the floor right here, and then we should be done from there. And these little micro farms, I'll probably build a building over here somewhere with a whole bunch of micro farms in it. Just because I'm not going to build a large farm for cocoa beans because I rarely ever use them. And the flower farm right here, it's one of those things that you just end up building anyway. So yeah, I'll probably just put some micro farms over here sooner or later. But yeah, so next I have to raise up this line, raise up these, start building walls. I need an easy way to get down and up. And on top of that, so this right here is built for jungle trees, which can get up to 32 blocks high. Um, 2 by 2 spruce trees, I think, get up to 24 blocks. So I'm going to want to put a spot about 24 blocks where I can get up there and then just kind of jump over. And then there's the dark oak, which I think is 10 to 12. I'd have to double check on that one, but we're moving along pretty good. So let's go ahead and try to get this thing built up. I'll be right back. Well, that really does actually have some pretty nice color contrast. I tried the birch on top of the brown and the orange, and it actually looked pretty good. A lot better than any of the other colors, is because the brown is too dark for any dark woods, and the orange is too orange for the acacia. But so over here, I I have a down and an up. For down here when I'm planting, that way I can just instantly just get up to the top and try to jump on top of one of the trees. I am going to have to do this at a couple other levels too. Like I said before, I think it's well, spruce trees are 24, so I'll have to have a spot somewhere around 24 and then probably somewhere around 12, and that'd actually be a pretty good spread. Be 12, 24, and 32. But got this all connected, and I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I also worked on over here, just kind of just jumping around doing some things as I'm over here, and I really needed to get the slime farm to actually bring the slimes up here. And so I brought the actual slime farm all the way up, but Yeah, but this has been a lot of work that I've done. A lot of farming, a lot of everything, and I think this is probably a good place to stop for this week. This is working though, so that's a good thing. And so whenever I need any of the big trees, the four by or the 2x2 trees, I have an easy way to farm them. I do need to build another farm. Still kind of deciding where I want to put that. I don't know if I want to put that on top or on another location. This right here has a massive footprint, mainly because basically it's four chunks of 2x2. So yeah, that's basically going to be a massive footprint. But I'm gonna need to fix that. Just kind of go in and fix some of the outside where there's dirt showing. But yeah, so I am going to call it for today. But if you have been watching, thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please give a like. If you aren't subscribed and would like to see more, please hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification so that you'll be able to get notified when I actually create some more content. But this has been a nice break from actually building houses because, like I said at the beginning of the episode, just kind of hit that creative roadblock where I'm just like, I know what I want, but I don't know what I want. But we'll finish some things over there, then I'll go back over and start building back over in the little town that I have. But thank you again, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.